no one explained the situation, and I thought there was more goblins. So, there may have been an instance where I charged into town and almost tried to 5v1 some guards.
Because the town bells rang, and I mean, as far as Jamaican character knew, town bell meant goblins because that's what happened the night before. So in other words,
And I only have 12 in. So, like,
that's smarter than the average person.
yeah, the average person would be just like, oh, the bells are ringing. But I'm like, oh, the bells are ringing. There must be more goblins, See, that's the extra in.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Loot First Ask Questions Later. This is the second episode. I'm surprised we've gotten this far. So I'm Initiativ. Hello, I'm joined here with JamaicanJazz.
Hello. I'm not nervous at all. It is fine.
It'll get better over time. Anyway, so how have you been the last 2 weeks?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. It was great until the weekend.
Oh, really? Why's that?
So, well, I was gonna go for a drive with the missus, and we hop into the car, and I put the key into the ignition, try and start her up, and then she starts up, and then all of a sudden you hear this like freaking
Oh no!
rattling noise and shit, and then it just cuts out, and I'm just like, you piece of shit.
Oh
So
no!
I tried to start it up again. It made like more rattling noises and stuff like that, and then it kind of died again. And I'm just like, bruh, bruh.
It's always a good time.
And then we got it going again. I managed to get it down to the mechanic fine, but it's still there. Kind of waiting for it.
Oh,
Waiting for the news, I guess.
um,
Yeah.
you at least know if it's going to be salvageable. Can we save it or?
I mean, we took it in like the weekend before to get like the whole thing redone, so it was supposed to be okay, but then it was not okay. So I'm a little like I'm a little upsetty spaghetti. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm, yeah,
If I sound a little bit dead inside, it's because there's like a potential $3,000 hole about to be burned into my pants. So
it's not because of the 24 chaos dungeons.
actually, no, it's fine. Dude, Chaos Dungeons is fine, man. It's dude, I was so smudged when I got back. Because like, I had a good, apart from that, like the weekend was good. We tried I tried making fettuccine carbonara, and
No.
without the fettuccine because they didn't have any at the shop, so we got like the spirals instead, and it actually turned out fine. So
Okay.
that was fine. Like she has acquired her cat.
I was going to ask how the whole cat thing was going.
Honestly, I mean, it's not malicious, so I'm happy about that. It's like she's very skittish. She doesn't like. Basically, she acts like the missus did like 3 years ago, where like if she hears a really loud high pitched noise or something like that, or the missus starts laughing and she does the weird squeegee sort of dolphin squeaky laugh,
Yeah, yeah.
she kind of gets scared and like hides under the bed.
I
But
mean, it's a brand new place for the cat, so it's gonna be
I mean, to
upset.
be fair,
Well,
we only had it for like a day, and she was already exploring the main room and everything, and
yeah,
wondering it's already claimed the cat tower and everything.
no,
So it's already starting to show like its personality and stuff. So that's fine.
that's good.
But I'm giving it like one of two nicknames. It's gonna
Okay,
be
what are the nicknames?
well, the first nickname is gonna be El Goblino,
Okay.
and then the second one's gonna be Gummy Shark because she has like no teeth like down the back. So when she tries to like nibble on you, it's like just a weird like sort of gummy sort of sensation.
So is she an older cat?
I don't know exactly how old the cat is. I think it's like 18 months or something like that. But it was like one of those it was like rescue cats or
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
a stray kind of situation.
Yeah.
So she had like teeth issues and stuff like that. That's why they had to get like, a bunch of it removed. But I mean, she seems fine. She has little murder mittens and it hurts. Like she tries to climb up on you like you're a tree or something
Oh,
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
And
That
I was
sounds
like
fun.
sitting on the edge of the bed the other night and I was giving her head scratches because she just came out from the under the bed, and she decided, you know what, I'm gonna try and climb up, and she like jumped like a possum on the side of a tree. So like the front two paws went into my knees, and then like
Oh,
her back
okay.
legs like dig into like my shins, and
Okay.
I was wearing like just track pants, so that went straight through, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah. That that's never a good time.
The missus was in the main room, and I was like in the bedroom, and it just heard me like screaming, like ah, freaking.
Nice.
Then she started laughing, like she started doing the high school, like 'cause she thought it was like super funny, and then the
Yeah.
cat like freaked out and ran back under the bed. Yeah,
Uh,
oh, that's been fun. What about you? Was it last? Wasn't last weekend? The week was it the weekend before? You went to see like the Flash.
oh, yeah. That was that
Was it as
was
about as good
pretty
as
fun.
I've been hearing, or
It was okay. It's not amazing. It's not horrible. It's just like hard. A solid okay.
or like a 6 out of 10, or
Yeah, like 6.5. Like it's not a it's just like it's a superhero movie. Like it's not changing anything. Like it's not rewriting the book on how to do superhero movies. It's just like a solid super. It,
but
it's
how can you even watch it if you're not like you're like fizzled out on superhero movies?
no, I'm like there's nothing. It's not that I don't enjoy superhero movies. It's just that there's just I I enjoy them, but it's not like there's
Like you
just been
didn't
so
go
many
watch
of
like
them.
Spider-Man or something like that? Like the Spider
No,
was it?
I haven't seen Into the Spider Verse, the second one, whatever it's called. But yeah, it, I mean, like I'm more DC than Marvel, but DC. I mean, we all know how DC's been lately.
I mean, I don't have a preference as long as it's good. Like I'm more of a like a Deadpool over like DC or Marvel. Gonna
Right,
be honest.
that's fair. Yeah, uh, I I can
It's like a
I can
separate
agree.
category of its own.
That is true.
I'm just waiting
But
for
yeah,
like
like
the new one to come out. Was it end of next year
yeah, the one with Hugh
with
Jackman
Hugh Jackman
coming
in?
back as
Yeah.
Wolverine. Have you seen the picture of him in the yellow suit?
Is he like love and life or is it actually horrendous?
Actually, not a bad suit. I'll see if I can find it.
Because didn't they do like a teaser for like the X-Men suit where like it was teasing like his potential replacement in one of the
I'm
like
not
the
sure
time
about
travel
that.
arcs? It wasn't on Logan. It was it Phoenix or whatever? Like
Oh, I have no idea. I don't, I haven't followed superhero movie information in a long time.
I checked out since Endgame. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the last decent one that I watched was
Yeah,
No Way Home.
that's the picture I saw.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look too bad actually.
Yeah, like it's more faithful than the X Men movies.
Yeah. Freaking black spandex.
Yep, good old.
That was my weekend, I guess. And then I'm back now and I'm just vibing. I got back, drowning my sorrows in some chaos dungeons.
Was it sounds like always a good time. So yeah, anything else you've been up to recently before we jump into any like game talk? Anything else you want to do?
I mean, I Steam Summer Sale happened. So,
Uh, yeah.
I mean, I got a shit ton of stuff from that. I got Dragon Age. I mean, Halls of Torment was already dirt cheap. But I got that anyway.
Okay, can I just talk about that for a second? Halls of Torment's really fucking good. It's been it's been a lot
It's
better than I
literally
thought
the
it was going
same
to
as
be.
like Vampire Survivors. I was just like, "Yo, Initiative, you want to watch me play Halls of Torment?" I'm just like, "Yeah, okay." It was like 6 hours later, and then I see Initiative boot up Halls of Torment as well, and then the sun's coming up. We're just sitting there in silence, streaming each other's like Halls of Torment, not really saying anything.
I mean, like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much just Vampire Survivors, but it does things like different enough that it feels like somewhat
I
fresh.
like the fact that each level has like its own boss. That to me is because you have Vampire Survivors only has like the Reaper at the end.
Yeah,
But I like how each individual level has like a different boss with its own set of mechanics. That stuff is kind of fun.
and like one of the things I like about it is that the abilities aren't through the leveling up. You have to like kill certain
I
bosses
like
or
how it
find them.
branches. There's no like in Vampire Survivors you unlock an ability and it's just like the upgrade for it is just like a set upgrade.
Yeah, yeah, there's
Whereas
a lot more
like
options.
in Halls of Tournament, you can have like two different abilities spawn, and one's gonna be like damage for your main weapon, but it reduces the AoE, and then the other one increases your attack speed and increases the AoE instead, which I
Yeah,
think is kind of cool.
yeah, it
But
does enough different to where I guess
yeah,
it's
I
a
just like the graphics though. It gives like Diablo 1, 2 vibes,
yeah, very much, very much.
especially when you rescue that dude in the cage and he starts talking.
Oh, yeah, the well dude.
Yeah, the well dude.
Uh, what NPCs have you got?
What was that?
Have you gotten the cup barrel?
I got the potion dude.
Okay. Yes,
I
and
got the well keeper dude and the potion dude, and then I just beat the third level, so I unlocked the shield maiden and the sorceress.
okay.
But I've been
Yeah,
using warrior pretty much to beat everything now.
yeah, I've just unlocked the wall dude.
Yeah, I don't know how many NPCs there are, so
I'm not sure
because
either.
obviously it's still in early access, it's not done yet,
Yeah,
so we'll probably add more stuff like Vampire Survivors did.
hopefully.
Because I haven't run into like a lifesteal mech yet. The closest thing I've gotten is there's this chest piece that you get where if you hit an enemy, there's a 3% chance of you getting like 1 health point back.
Yeah,
But
I saw that one.
I haven't actually seen any like builds specifically for like lifesteal.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
I've been just blasting through most of the levels because what happens on Warrior is I just upgrade the block strength and the armor, the base defense, I mean, and then I
yeah,
just pump like health regen, and I can't die. Like the third level boss, I fought him for like 25 minutes. I had 840 max health. I finished the fight with like 630 max health, and I was just standing there like eating all the shit that he was throwing at me.
yeah, yeah.
Pretty much like almost out regenning him. Like obviously I had to dodge, like had to move away from him, but all the stuff he was launching at me, it kind of whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the exterminator dude, like the flamethrower.
Actually, the exterminator wasn't bad. I did one run with him where I just did the area cone size upgrades, and it was like when you get firewall,
Yeah.
it's basically
Don't
like that, but
don't upgrade that. Like, don't upgrade that. Like when you get the options to like change it, it becomes horrible. Like the
I
up,
like
like
the
the
I like
yeah.
the one where it knocks back enemies.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah, the one I had changed into like a constant beam. It was,
Oh yeah, no, no, no. There's two other upgrades. Those are both bad. Like, but there's one where it knocks back enemies. It's really good.
uh,
Because what you can do is you can pair it up with like the astronomy orbs that have like the electrocution,
yeah,
and it like knocks
yeah.
them back into the electrocution. And then if you have like the garlic aura, you basically just don't get touched by anything.
I wasn't a fan of that radiant aura one.
You don't level it up. You just get 1 point of it. You just unlock it, and then because I'm pretty sure it does a debuff, and then you can upgrade it so it does like better debuffs later.
Oh, okay.
But you just have it like there as like a it's just a just passive damage because it doesn't do very much damage. It just like it's one of those things that like keeps stuff away from you.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So that little bit of burst might be enough to just kill whatever's like near you, so you don't take any damage. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of your damage will be from your main weapon and from firewall usually.
Yeah. Generally. I've been really enjoying was it the transfixion one, which
I
which
have
you
not
said
used it. I've seen it every single time. I don't use it. I choose not to
really
use it,
it's
but
so
that
good. It's so good on
I don't even know what
everything.
it does.
Really? Yeah, it's like especially when you upgrade it as well. Really good.
Do the upgrades get unlocked automatically?
I have no idea. I'm not too sure.
Because I remember you unlocked you know how you get the little scroll things to get the new abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember for like a little bit, you just had the level one, sort of like with like when you get firewall, you just had the firewall, and then all of a sudden I started seeing like the turns into like a beam or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when that started happening, but
Um.
I'm kind of like trying to see if I can get like a astronomy orb upgrade, but I only get the electrocution ones. That's it.
Yeah. I've only seen the execution one as well. But yeah, it's when you get the ability to level 3. Start showing.
Because I'm pretty sure there's like an ability where you can summon like an extra ring. So like one rotates clockwise and the other one rotates anti-clockwise.
Okay. I have not used the golem yet. Have
I'm
you?
guessing I'm gonna have to use like the shield maiden and the sorceress. Warlock seems kind of whatever. I feel like he's like a summon build thing, but I don't have any good accessories for summons yet. So.
Yeah. You have to build duration and like go for the golem as well to try and make it at least some make it
Dude,
any.
cleric man, I don't know why, but cleric is such a chill vibe.
Yeah, I'm biggest fan of the cleric. Like it it its damage drops so much on mobs. It's just
Yeah, but I get the upgrade which makes the cone like super thin. So it shoots like a little like a thin beam in front of me and just one shots everything.
yeah, I could see that being more useful.
And then you just have like auras around you and stuff like that. So you can just like strafe away from a boss and just delete it while the auras kill everything else, like a firewall and stuff like that kills everything else.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that
But
being
basically,
quite
every
good.
single person that I've seen playing it is just like, yeah, this looks like shit, and they start playing it, and then they start taking screenshots, and I finally did it, and
Yeah.
I mean, for how much it is, it's even for like I think you were saying the other day, even for like $20, if you paid $20 for that game, it'd still be more than worth.
Yeah, and it's only 750 Australian. So it is more than worth it.
I don't understand what it is about that game that scratches like the little weird monkey itch in your brain.
Yeah, it's just a good game in general. And there's actual uses for gold as well. You have to buy the
Yeah, I
items
feel
you
like the
need,
gold is
extract them.
very slow to farm. Like I remember in Vampire Survivors, it's like at the start it was slow, and then after you got like one or two, after you got that upgrade which increases the enemy spawns, you were just drowning in gold.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this has a bit more usage for gold because you've actually got to buy the items when you
Yeah, but once you
if you want
buy
to use
them,
them.
you unlock
Uh,
them for forever. So
yeah, they'll probably add more gold things later on through more items and stuff.
I'm just interested to see how many items they actually have because it's getting to the point now where it's just like I spawn in with a max inventory, so I just pick the equipment that I haven't retrieved yet every single
That's
time
exactly what I do.
and
Yeah.
I just set it up just so I can so it's there later in case I need it.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Like I haven't bought them yet. I just have them there because they're still pretty expensive. They're like 5,000, 8,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exterminator is pretty good. Exterminator deletes bosses. Cleric
It
deletes
does.
bosses if you're not hitting anything else. Warrior is very strong. It's
Yeah,
like
and
literally the
especially when you
first
get
class
multi-hit
in
on
the
you as well.
game. There's a success rate that I have where if I deal physical damage, there's a 20% chance that it does splash damage,
Yeah,
40% of the damage
I have
around
that
me,
as well.
and that shit like deletes. Like especially early game, that stuff deletes so much.
Yeah, and if you get the multi-hit on the warrior as well, then
Yeah, yeah.
it just gets ridiculous.
You get like cone size, and then
Yeah,
you get firewall with it.
it's just it's good. There's a lot of that, and there's a lot. It doesn't feel like you pigeonholed into like one build, like many things
Yeah,
you
the
can
thing
buy.
is, I'm not sure how the upgrades work. Like, I'm not sure if the upgrades, like, obviously the upgrades are tied to the skills in a sense, but there's some abilities, like, like how you get movement speed on your character and regen and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like you can only stack a certain amount of them, but I don't know exactly because you know how in Vampire Survivors, you could preset your build basically by unlocking the weapons you want, so you get the
uh,
upgrades like
yeah,
later.
yeah.
I haven't worked out if you can do that yet, or if it's different in Halls of Torment.
Not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure, and what would be how that would be.
I
That
mean, I'm not
works.
playing it super min max. I'm just playing it for the memes. It's literally like just there
Fun game.
to. It's like I don't want to do like raids. I don't really want to. I just want to kind of switch my brain off, but like still push buttons. It's like Chaos
Yeah,
Dungeons on roids, basically. Like
yeah, pretty much.
it's like a 30-minute Chaos Dungeon, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like 30 minutes. So once you're in there, time
I
flies when
think
you're in there.
it's like especially with how like streamers and stuff kind of latched onto it. It's definitely going to be not Among Us level, but it's definitely going to be stable and have a lot of content. Because I'm guessing the development costs for it is pretty much non-existent compared to like a shooter or
Yeah,
something like that.
I would assume
Like
so.
compare the cost of Tarkov developing for Tarkov to freaking Halls of Torment or Vampire Survivors. One man can do that shit,
Yeah,
you know.
that's also another thing I want to talk about. Fucking taco. So,
Yeah, I
when's
got
wipe?
that. When's wipe? Apparently, it's not wiping now. So they had
What?
all these event. Yeah, apparently they had all these events and everything like that. They had like all of the bosses spawning on like one of the events was they had all of the bosses spawning on the same map, and it would rotate the map every 4 hours. So it would be like customs, reserve, then woods, yeah,
Yeah,
interchange, and all that shit. So and then the goons would always spawn on factory. So they had that event for a while. They had like the airdrops where you had the weapons cases and they were giving out like best in slot ammo. They were like, you know, you open it and you get like an RSAS with 3 or 4 stacks of of like best ammo. Like
yeah,
or you get like you know a semi kitted vector or something like that, and you have the best ammo. You get like all the best like MP5 ammo and all the best like a Golnik and stuff like that. So you know how they usually dump like a shit ton of like free stuff, like free high quality gear stuff at the end of the wipe. Everyone thought it was like
yeah,
pre-wipe event, but apparently
yeah,
they're not gonna wipe because they're gonna be doing the backend, the Unity backend patch.
Wouldn't that be the perfect time to do a wipe though?
That's what everybody else thought, but apparently they're just gonna. I mean, I guess the thought process behind it is just release it like a late wipe, just to so it's not like as scuffed as if they wipe the servers and then you have all these networking issues, because you might as well just suss them out near the end of the wipe and then fix them for the actual wipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, but it's also Tarkov, and you're never going to get rid of them in these
Dude,
issues.
I don't know. I mean, Clean made a video about like a day ago how he's excited about 14.0, which is going to be the next big one. So that's going to be like the streets expansion. You're going to have the vaulting and the
Yeah,
mantling basically. You got the shoulder swapping. There's going to be like recoil changes for how the recoil works.
yeah.
Um, what was the other thing? They're gonna have like the BTR on streets, and they're gonna have the two scav bosses on streets to go with the belt fed RPD and
Yeah.
not another dude. So I don't know, man. Like I I'm interested to see what the upgrade is gonna be like as far as the server stuff, because they apparently did some server stuff recently and no one's really noticed. So
That just
like,
sounds like Tarkov to me. Like they do something and no one notices.
well, apparently it's like a network um like update, like infrastructure update or something like that, and people were asking Landmark, so how's the desync bit? It's just like, well, I shot a scav in the head and he didn't die, so I guess it's still the same. Because
Oh fuck. Yeah, sounds like
it's
Tarkov.
yeah, it's one of those weird things where you can't really tell if it's worked or not, because it's so like each scenario is so different, because it could be like you could be on a different server, a different map, different time of day. Your connection might fluctuate. You might be on the losing end. You might be on the winning end. You don't actually know. Like, how many times have you played Tarkov and there was desync, but it was in your favor and you didn't know?
Yeah.
So it's super hard to measure, but apparently it's not worse than what it was before. So I guess breaking even is a W, I guess. Because if they added like an update to it and it was worse than before, like what they do, with the audio,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Steam audio change to Oculus, which is
Oh,
what happened at the start of the wipe,
yeah.
then it would be like an L for sure. But I guess it's a win if people haven't really noticed. Like,
I, I, I guess I think it's funny. It's like, yeah, we made these changes. No one noticed. That's good enough.
I guess.
It's
Because
like we
apparently,
could
like, a
not
lot of the
even know.
stuttering and stuff like that on interchange was because of the audio, the occlusion zones. So there was like
Yeah.
certain areas in like interchange that you stand in, and because the occlusion zones stacked on top of each other, like 15 of them
Yeah.
stacked, like the corners of them stacked up, it would make your game go to like 2 FPS, make it stutter like crazy. So apparently they fixed that,
Okay.
and also I think there's stress. People think that there's stress testing for like more players on, because apparently Nikita said a while back that they're planning with the infrastructure changes to have like 60 players on the same map at some point.
I remember them talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so I think they're stress testing that now, because apparently the scab spawn rate is like triple, quadruple right now.
'cause wasn't it just going to be for streets? Like having the ridiculous amount of people?
No, no, it was on all the maps, dude.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
interchange is insane right now.
That's a 60 player factory.
Do you remember when I was playing like single player Tarkov and there were just bodies everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when I went into factory and
Yeah.
upstairs and like in the stairwell, and it was just like, that's what it's like in actual Tarkov right now.
You
Like
just imagine 60
the
people on factory though.
dude, It's so much fun.
Oh, God damn, that would be
I mean, if they made a Call of Duty and just added respawns, that would be so much fun. Be like the new
yeah.
Nuketown
Oh God,
or the new Rust.
that would be an absolute shit show, and it would be
Like, if
absolutely
I had a
terrible.
separate thing for that just for the memes, that would be so much fun. Like just a fun of you just respawn in. But yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, because in you know the car yard in streets.
Yeah,
So you go in there, and if Gluey's boys are there, you'll have them plus about 8 scavs, and then you have like 6 scavs on the road, like on the main road outside the like near the train station corner
yeah,
thing.
yep,
You know,
yeah,
yep. And then on the right hand side in the park, you'll have another like 6 scavs, and then you have like scavs wandering around in the supermarkets and stuff. Like it everywhere is like scavs. It's like scavs. So, but they're the super dumb scavs. So they're not like insta head eyes unless like they have a shotgun and they just get a lucky pellet in your face.
yeah.
They're the ones that like voice line and then take like 5 years to start shooting at you. So,
Okay, yeah.
but there's apparently just a ridiculous amount of them right now,
Oh,
which I think is better. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't
Like
know. I don't know how I feel about that.
playing single player Tarkov with the rates turned up and everything's just popping off. Like, do you remember when that one time I went on Woods to the fob?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it's like right now. Like,
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly.
I think it's cool, man. I think like it feels better as a player when I'm versing like a ridiculous amount of enemies, but I know they're just AI. Because at least if I kill like 6 or 7 scavs, right, and then someone kills me, that's fine. I still get a decent chunk of XP. But if I have like a dead raid as like 1 scav and he like head eyes me with a shotgun from like 50 meters away, it always feels bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But like
definitely.
these ones are like the super dumb like bozo scavs. Like it's like nighttime, but it's during the day AI sort of scavs where you literally have to like walk up and smack them across the face with your, with the back of your hand before they realize you're there.
Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. That just seems like they've just made it into a shooting range.
I think they're just stressed. Like honestly, I don't think it's a permanent thing. I think they're just stress testing the servers to try and get them so that you can have like more people on the maps, especially with the streets expansion
Yes.
coming out. Like you could have because the map's gonna be like at least plus 50% in size, and it's gonna have the 2 scav bosses on there. So they're gonna add
Yeah.
probably like 3 extra or 4 extra player spawns on there.
Mm. Yeah, I guess.
But I haven't really played Tarkov that much because it's like I need something where I can start it, but if I need to go and do something, I can just stand up and go and do it. You know what I mean? With like
Yeah.
the exception of Lost Ark, obviously, because but like Halls of Torment, I can just press escape or just click off the screen and just come back. Like even Honkai,
Yeah.
like so I haven't really played it, but it's kind of just interesting. It's interesting watching a lot of games going to shit that I play, and Tarkov's not the top of the list.
Like it, yeah, that's the surprising part.
It just feels kind of weird. Like it's still up there, but it's not as bad as what it was a few months ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was bad.
Like right now, Lost Ark's on the top of the dumpster fire heap, but that
That's for different reasons.
that's no, that's not for different reasons. It's just more reasons than Tarkov. Like
Yeah, different reasons.
because Tarkov is like audio cheaters, desync, and sloppy spaghetti code. Whereas like Lost Ark, it's like I don't have enough hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's okay. August 2nd, they'll fix the Korean version of the game, and we'll be fine. So I'm not stressed. My Chaos Dungeons will be 25% faster, and I will get more gold. So, I'm not stressed.
Yeah, like a lot of things are just going to shit at the moment.
Yeah, Diablo's kind of shit.
Nah, like a lot of people is complaining about Diablo. It's fun to complain about Diablo.
I mean, they had all that drama with the uniques a week and a bit ago, where like they had was it they had what was this the Helltide things where
Oh, they were
apparently
dropping. It was dropping the Uber uniques more than it should have been.
yeah it was dropping way more than it should have.
But I mean, dropping double of 1% still not that much.
I mean, true, but like, I mean, you've just been hurt from honing, but like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people are just complaining because okay, I'm going to say this, but I'm glad that season one's not a massive season. I'm glad it's just a small little addition because I
I'm actually just honestly surprised that they're doing it this fast.
yeah, like season one should be introductive, like how things can be changed, and then season two and beyond should be bigger.
I think season one should be like the control experiment. We don't really add
Yeah,
anything crazy and just see what stupid shit people use to break the game,
yeah, exactly.
and then
Like it,
start adding more stuff that will break the game. You know, like
yeah,
you don't want to be the reason why the game's broken. You want the players to break it first. So like,
that's true. Yeah,
because
but
if
yeah,
you
like
break it first, that just means you're not capable of fixing your own mistakes. You know what I mean?
because yeah, like the thing, like the main mechanic of the season is uh like there's a brand new Uber boss which people are happy about, I guess. But like the main mechanic
Dude,
is
that boss man, I was thinking so. It's just like, dude, you stuff up once, dead, just like, bleh.
yeah,
You get
Uber
touched by
Lord.
something,
Yeah,
dead.
I mean that depends what class you're playing. Like
I mean,
anything
most
that's not a
classes.
warrior, anything that's not
Anything, yeah.
not the barbarian berserker and like build
Well,
for
I
you.
think Druid can sort of tank
It
one extra hit.
depends what build.
Depends on the
Depends
build,
what
yeah.
build.
But
But
like, if you're
yeah,
playing like Rogue or like Sork or something
Rogue,
like that,
Sork, and Necromancer just melt.
you just die.
But then again, they can kill Lilith really fucking quickly as well. So it's
Well,
like, do
apparently,
I
there's
kill
like
you
a
before you
cheese
kill me?
method, like cheese one shot methods with it as well. Or something.
Yeah, there's ways to go about that. But like the main mechanic of the season is basically it's elite farming, and the elites drop gems that you put into special sockets on rings. Like essentially, that's
Wait,
season
isn't there
one.
something with like resetting, like I had to talk about resetting strongholds or something like that?
Oh, he
So like power level, but it's like literally like
yeah.
the most
There's a
boring shit.
there's
Like
a
it's
thing
more
going.
boring than Chaos Dungeons.
Yeah, there's a thing going on at the moment is stronghold leveling. Is when you don't complete the stronghold, you just leave it, then
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back into it and
You go
reset
like
it.
99% and then you just dip.
Yeah, people are wanting these strongholds to be part of the renown, like the renown that stays like, completed.
I mean, I
So
don't play Diablo, so I that's just like okay, cool. That's that's nice, but
like
I'm more worried about.
it's really
I'm
efficient
more worried about.
experience, but it's just like
Oh yeah, for
not
sure. Yeah.
entertaining.
Well, I mean, that's usually what happens when you have really
Yeah,
like you know. Do you remember when Lost Ark was a thing like with before we got like the alt queue and shit and everyone was trying to like Argos just came out and everyone was trying to min max chaos dungeons and you had the people that would like leave after after the boss on floor 2 would die
yeah, I
because it
remember
was like
that.
more efficient to do like before they took away the materials. You know how you could farm chaos dungeons more than twice a day and get
Yeah,
like the materials to get
I mean you
the
still
stuff to
can, but
sell.
it's not.
You can, but they're not tradable anymore. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm talking like you get the little red things and you get like a leap stone and sell it for like 1.3k gold and you get like 5 of them in a week because
yep.
that's how long it would take you like a day just to get 5 of them because it scales upwards and people would like go to 16% on the first floor and then kill the boss on the second floor and then kill as many of the trash and then leave and then reset and do it again because that was it was more efficient than doing like the floor 3 or like
Yeah,
that's just Diablo players to me, man. That's how I envision their entire
I mean that's not wrong.
mindset.
It's not wrong. I mean, it's better, and they're also changing a lot bunch of other things like sacred items don't drop above level 16. Like, okay,
I don't
I
even know
need
what
to
those are.
I need to make that reword that. The level requirement for sacred items isn't higher than level 60. So, because there was an
Isn't
issue
100
of
the max?
yes, so there was an issue of like okay, at the moment there's an issue like if you have an item drop and you're level 100, that item is level 100 and you can't use it on an alt. So what
Oh,
they're
you can't trade
making
it. You can't trade it with other characters. Or...
you can trade other characters, but they can't equip it until the level 100. So there's no
Oh,
point.
so it's like that. It's like that Borderlands kind of issue where you
Yes,
get loot based off
so
your
they're making
drops.
it that all sacred items are level 60 required, and all ascendants are level 80. I want to say. So
I mean,
they're making it so
how
you can
far?
get
Like,
items
what
sent
level
to
are
alts.
you right now?
Oh, I hit
You're
level
not.
like no, I hit level
You're not
like level
100.
55, and then I stopped because I'm waiting for the
Yeah,
season.
you're halfway there, dude.
But yeah, I'm waiting for the season to start on Friday. I think it is.
Oh, this Friday?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Then I'm going to actually
I'm
put a
waiting for
decent amount into it.
Stormgate, man. It's July. Where is it? You said July.
There's still 13 more days in July.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like, Vicus, where it's like end of June and then it's in July. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh. Yep. Yeah. I mean,
also apparently, like potential leaks, but StarCraft 3 is in the works at Blizzard? Question mark?
I thought
I don't know
StarCraft
how
was
that's gonna
dead.
turn out when pretty much all the original devs have left.
I mean, I thought StarCraft was dead. So I'm just surprised there's even a mention of StarCraft 3.
It's not like a mention. Apparently, they did like an interview with a dude, and he didn't say no that they weren't working on it, but he also didn't say yes. So people are just assuming that they are working on it.
No, it's like he didn't say no. He didn't say no. It's
Yeah.
an entire
So
thing. Like he didn't say no. It's there's a possibility. Start
I'm
breathing that
so
copium.
it's so confusing to
So
me
you're saying there's a
because
chance.
you know that meme with like Hawkeye where it's like, no, don't give me hope.
Oh, yeah.
It's that because like all the original StarCraft Warcraft devs at Frost Giant when they're making Stormgate, right?
Yeah.
So like worst case scenario to me is Stormgate is like a pile of doo doo and RTS is just dead now. So I'm just gonna the only RTS I'm gonna watch is StarCraft Brood War, Korean Star League,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Or somehow Stormgate is doo doo, but StarCraft 3 is not. Which, dude, that's like a freaking unicorn zone. It probably doesn't exist, but there's a possibility that could happen.
But what was the last thing you heard about on Stormgate?
Stormgate, they had the Xbox PC, whatchamacallit show.
Oh, yeah. Was that?
They said they showed some gameplay of it, and then they said the closed beta was going to be in July.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not really super interested in the competitive rank aspect of it. I'm more interested in like the story mode and like the co-op
Yeah.
stuff because that shit's fun. Like the co-op
Yeah.
stuff in StarCraft 2 was so much fun. It's like you could do like builds that were so broken, but because it was a co-op setting, no one cared.
Oh.
So
So
like there was a build you could like summon a pylon down, and every time you put a pylon down anywhere on the map, it would spawn like 50 units on top of it. So you could just do it every like 30 seconds and just have like an instant army across the map.
was Stormgate more similar to StarCraft? Was it?
Stormgate, what I've seen of Stormgate is you have the three races,
Yeah.
and it's like picture the races from StarCraft on Warcraft maps, on Warcraft 3 maps.
Okay.
So like the maps are like they're doing this thing with the maps where they look like Warcraft 3 maps, but there's like areas on the map where they have smaller trees. So like it's like light forest. So like the big chunky units can't run through it, but like the smaller like basic infantry like the tier
Okay.
1 units can
Yeah.
run through it. So you can like flank and do like little rotations around the enemy bases with smaller units, like little like little not skirmishes, but little pokes into
Yeah.
base. But from
Okay.
what I've seen, they basically just made the same three races, but just like rotated the playstyle. So instead of like rock paper scissors, now it's like paper rock scissors. So like there's still a triangle where they cancel each other out, but then like you know how Terran used to be like the steampunky looking like scrap like sort of style, like the
Yeah.
Junker kind of style. Now they're
Yeah.
like in Stormgate, the humans basically look like Protoss now, where they have like the super smooth high tech gear, and they have like the walkers with the miniguns and stuff like that. And then there's like a
Okay.
Zergy sort of thing. I haven't done my I want to like hop into it and actually experience it instead of just doing research and finding out everything beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it comes out soon. Otherwise, we're gonna be playing some Outer Wilds and some Dragon Age and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Wait.
like hoping for games to come out soon.
Yeah, because the thing is, right? I've been playing, like you saw me play. I streamed Black Desert to you the other day on Discord, so that was
Yeah.
a little bit of an interesting adventure. But I've just been trying other stuff out because like I enjoy Lost Ark, but I'd be a I'd be dumb to say that it's not in a bad spot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of like if I fall into that trap where I just played the only like one game and just like ride or die and just dig right at you know it's
Yeah.
not gonna it's not gonna help me whatsoever. Like
No.
plus I wouldn't be stupid enough to do that because I'm not gonna lock into the like one set game. There's always gonna be something on the side though. Like now I'm playing like Halls of Torment. I have like Honkai on my phone. I still have like the idle game. I have like Animal Cross. Like I'm not gonna be a one game Andy. So I've just been kind of looking around for stuff that's not super sweaty. Like that's one of the things I enjoy about Honkai is it's not sweaty at all. It's
Yeah.
literally
Honkai's
like
chill.
log in twice a day and then get somebody else to kill everything for you. Like,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you just do a little bit of the story, and it plays really well on the phone. So like, I'm just
Yeah.
chipping away at the story. I do like one or two small chapters of each story, and I'm getting there. Like I made it like to the end of the dock. So
Yeah. Speaking of Honkai, the 1.2 comes out on Wednesday.
what was that?
The 1.2 update comes out on Wednesday.
So is that Blade or is that
Yeah, that's Blade.
so? Is Kafka coming out at the same time?
No,
Or
Kafka will be 3 weeks later.
so I gotta save up for
Yeah, and there's some couple events coming out as well, so you get some more gems.
yeah. There's also like a Yu-Gi-Oh event coming up that's gonna be like Gem Farming City. It's the other game that we kind of dabble with it on the side.
Yeah.
Watching you tilt the other night because it was your turn to brick.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that was
Now you know how
yeah,
it feels. Now you know I mean, it's not like 17 duels in a row, but you have a taste of how it feels.
yeah. I was bricking on decks I'd never bricked on before. I have no idea how, but it was an experience.
Look. It was bad. He lost to my fish deck,
Yeah.
and my fish deck is. I mean,
I mean,
It
hey,
was worse. It was
it's.
worse before I added the sword soul dude in there.
I mean, it took me. It took 11. Was it 15 turns for you to win that though? Because I didn't
I
draw any.
mean,
I didn't draw any of the cards I needed, even though I had 10 cards left in the deck. That was.
it probably didn't help that I accidentally banished all my cards, but
That
look,
is also true. Also true. Oh shit.
I don't know. We still haven't worked out like a contingency plan for because we're gonna try and stream Yu-Gi-Oh someday, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Like
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. What kind of format we're
especially
going
with
to
the
do
new
that.
trap trick support that came out, that's gonna make Initiativ's life living hell.
That trap trick support is fucking stupid. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm excited. I'm like 2 cards away from the promised land. Because like when we've been planning this for ages, but we haven't really come up with a set way of doing it. But before this card set came out, I was already like, I'm not gonna use trap tricks because he's just gonna tilt and die. And now it's even worse. It's like Super Saiyan 3 compared to like just regular form.
Yeah, like all the stuff that's been added to it just makes the deck just say
It
no
literally
to
doesn't break. It
your
literally does not
opponent.
break.
Like
Like
your
I
opponent
would
does
not be
something, the deck just
surprised.
says no.
I would not be surprised if they made those new cars limit 1 next week because they're just disgusting. They're actually just straight up disgusting.
Yeah, it just says no to any other deck it versus, and it's just annoying to play against.
I mean, they nerfed Despia, so I wouldn't be surprised they they nerf it again. But the thing is, right? They made branded Fusion 2 Limit 2, but now it's not Limit 2 again.
Did they?
Yeah, very
Huh.
confusing.
Now can they just unban terraforming, please? Like that would be nice.
I mean, I'm not really too stressed about terraforming because it doesn't really bother me. I don't have any decks that need it because let's be honest, terraforming is like it's not if it's your primary way of getting your field spell, it's kind of bad. Like I'm gonna be honest. If you can't pull that card straight away from a like just a card effect from another card that you just happen to summon, like every card deck that I had terraforming in had a better pull for it. Honda Patrol had better pull for it. Like Despia had better pull for it. So it doesn't really bother me.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, does Runic use terraforming?
No, it doesn't because it can get its
Yeah, but what? Yeah, that
can,
doesn't make sense. Why is it banned then?
yeah, Runic can get it through was it plugin, I think.
Why is Runic? Why is the Runic? Is the Runic field spell limit 2 or is it limit 1 now?
I think it's limit 2.
Just make it limit 1 then.
Yeah, because Huggin
I'm
can get it from you, pull it from your deck when you summon.
because I know Labyrinth isn't limited, but you only run one of it anyway. Because you can fish it from the graveyard, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. The field spell for Runic's limit 2.
There's a field
Yeah,
spell for trap tricks now as well, so
yeah.
that lets me
Yeah.
summon 2 monsters on the same turn.
As a normal summon as well, not a special.
Um, I barely see it,
Yeah,
but
let's use the
every
normal
single time
summon.
I've used it so far, the opponent has died on the second turn after I've used it.
Of course they have. Of course they have.
There's a combination with the trap tricks deck that on the first turn I could have 5 monsters and 4 traps on my side of the field.
That's disgusting. That's just disgusting.
And it's not even like 5 regular monsters. It's like 2 link monsters, 2 XYZs,
Yeah, that's why I
and a
said
trap
it's
tricks monster
disgusting.
and a Trap Tricks monster lets me activate traps from my hand without cards being able to be activated to
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like playing against
and then I could
Trap
always
Tricks.
put Utopia in there afterwards as well for the memes.
Yeah. It's a thing.
If I don't get freaking at least high plat at the end of the season, then I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Are you gonna climb with Trap Tricks?
I don't know. I haven't, dude, I haven't decided yet, man. Like I have so much stuff installed, and I have so much things going on. Like I haven't had a good Yu-Gi-Oh sesh for a hot minute. Like the last time was when we played a few days ago. Was it? So
Okay. The thing is, like, the best decks at the moment is a Tillman and Sprite. Like, they're tied for best deck at the moment.
I don't know. Branded Tier's pretty strong, especially with this new freaking Dark World shit and this new whatchamacallit, Trap Trick
Yeah.
stuff. Branded Tier actually slaps. Fish deck
Uh,
also slaps.
I was, as much as I don't want to, I was thinking of making just a pure ruining deck.
You could make a runic sprite, couldn't you? You have like
I
half
could.
the sprite stuff.
Yeah, I have pretty much all the Sprite cards I would need for
Yeah, just do that, dude. And then play it against my trap critics and see what happens.
the Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that'd be it.
A battle of whose turn can take the longest.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, that would be a thing to see. Actually, I would be actually pretty curious to see how that would actually turn out because if depending on like who
I think
goes
if I go
first,
first, I think if I go first, I still win.
yeah, you probably would.
Unless you
Yeah,
mess up but you can't even mess up a combo because you can't Ash Blossom a normal summon.
yeah, that's true. Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure if my starting hand has at least one Trap Tricks monster plus, um, like I think like if my starting hand has two Trap Tricks monsters in it, you just die. If I go first.
Hmm.
Like even if, like I'm thinking about even if you Ash Blossom it, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, I don't think Ash would even affect
You,
your.
you don't even run Harpy's Feather Duster, so you're pretty much screwed. And I've got protection from that now, so like you're even more screwed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could actually. I think if I can go first with my Witchcrafter deck,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I go first and I have two Trap Tricks in my hand, you just die. You actually just straight up just die.
yeah, um, yeah, that's interesting.
Pulled like a boatload of those Dark World Ultra Rares, so I'm gonna have to make a Dark World deck now as well.
Probably Dark World's pretty strong. Like it's not like meta defining, but it's still pretty strong. Apparently.
I know. In the solo gates, there's a Dark World with the I can't remember what they're called. You know, like the Bigfoot and Loch Ness
Oh, the
monsters and
danger,
all that.
the danger,
Yeah,
danger
Danger
deck.
Deck. But there's a specific name for them. I can't remember what the name is.
Sure.
I know you verse one of those in the solo deck. And they just basically just keep just discarding their entire hand and having like 50 cards.
Yeah. All I know is that there's Danger Tsuchinoko, and it's just an adorable snake.
Yeah, it's a Danger Noodle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like
Just a,
if you discard this card from your hand, you can special summon it. If you discard something else from your hand and not this card, you can special summon it. So what you're
yeah.
saying is I can just special summon it.
It's just a cute little
Yeah,
snake.
that's part of my it's part of my Plunder Patrol deck, pretty sure.
Is it?
Pretty sure it's part of my like the danger card's part of my Plunder Patrol deck.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, is there anything else that we
I
like?
mean,
What are you
there's a
looking
lot of
forward to?
games that I want to play, but I can't really talk about them until I've played them.
Like, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I mentioned before Dragon Age Inquisition, like Outer Worlds, one
Okay,
more.
you talking about Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds?
Outer Worlds.
That's the Obsidian one, isn't it?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, okay.
Outer Wilds is the weird like you know that planet from Dragon Ball Z, the small one.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like that.
yeah. Okay.
It kind of reminds me of like was it Katamari or whatever it's called, the one with the
Oh, yeah.
like you're like a roly poly ball of trash and you just collect stuff as you're rolling around.
Yeah.
Wait,
I played a little bit of that. I wasn't a big fan. It's
it's on
just
Steam now.
is it?
Yeah, it's a remastered version of it. I was tempted to get it.
Hmm, interesting.
I mean, I tried BDO. I played it for about 3 hours, I think. I don't know. Like it seemed okay, but it just didn't. It didn't capture like my attention.
Yeah, BDO, it's fun to play, but that, the combat's fun, but
I
that's
feel like it's
about it.
worse to play than Lost Ark on ping. That's the thing that I was having issues with. Because like
Really?
the combat system of that game is supposed to be amazing, but it felt really clunky because of lag.
I've never really noticed lag when I play.
I don't know.
Like,
I noticed it when I was like fighting the goblin dude that turns big.
oh, the red nose, yeah. Yeah, on that one. I've-
Like I was just like everything I was trying to dodge out of, I was getting hit by, and everything that I wasn't, I was not getting hit by. It kind of felt weird.
yeah, like that one can be a little bit weird.
And there's like a little delay when you hit stuff. So like the animation doesn't get delayed, so it looks like you're hitting it, but then like the damage numbers and the HP bar is like delayed because of like the 250 ping or something like that. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
felt
I
kind
can
of
see
it
that.
felt kind of clunky. Also, the UI just like really bothered me.
Yeah, it's a weird UI. They've changed it since I played it last. But it was
There's
weird.
just so much stuff.
I mean, you can always go in and change that, but compared to what it used to be, it's changed a bit.
Yeah, but still, like that's not that, that's not a positive, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like a slightly more tame version of like, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad, but it gets better after 100 hours. It's like a tame version of that.
I guess.
You know, saying that the UI is like not as bad as it used to be doesn't really stop it from still being bad. Like it might not be in like a 10 out of 10 bad, but if it's an 8, it's still kind of annoying.
I guess. Yeah.
The character customization on that was so good though. Like I made my character like
Oh yeah.
3 times the size of a normal person. So every time I did like a cutscene, all you would see was like his his uh his hip section.
Oh. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Like you
The
never saw
sheer
his
size
head.
of him.
Every time he was like sleeping in the bed because his character model was so big, he was like levitating because he was like curled up in fetal position, but he was like a meter above the bed.
Yeah. There's some weird shit you can do with the character customization in the game.
Yeah, that character customization was so cool. I look like a green haired like caveman, just a big caveman boy.
It's what I think your gun lance would look like if it was in a better character customizer.
What was that?
It's what I think your Gunlance would look like if it was in a better, like a better
Oh, that's what
character.
I was like. That's what I was going for. I was trying to make it look as close to that as possible. Like, obviously, he'd be more like proportional. He wouldn't have like the weird sort of Hunchback of Notre Dame kind of stance, but the fact that he was just huge.
Yeah.
He was basically like a human cosplaying a Tauren. Like,
That's not wrong.
that's like
Yeah,
how huge. That's how huge he was.
it's not wrong.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
it was okay, but I don't know. The UI kind of felt weird because it's like there's certain elements of the UI that make it feel immersive, like the harvesting for the trade skill and stuff like that. It was very non-invasive on the screen, and
yeah.
then like the waypoints and the quest stuff with like there's arrows and then there's like the trail lights that you can change and stuff like that. It kind of felt like it kind of felt a little bit too much.
Oh, okay.
So, and then
Yeah, I
like
don't
the
know.
icons above people's heads kind of because the game look like it looks amazing, but then you add like the quest icons, like this is the person you have to talk to, and they kind of just look out of place.
A
Like
little bit, yeah.
it's not like an exclamation mark or like a question mark. It's like this actual like square icon, and it looked kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the stuff was a little bit out of place. That's
I mean,
true.
it's like how old is the game? You know,
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
they're probably still running on like Unreal 2 or some shit.
It's not quite that old.
What else? I mean,
I was just looking for
you've been
something.
doing some Solasta.
Yeah, I haven't touched that recently. Gotta go back to it. There's other there's I've been busy with some other stuff that like real life stuff I've been doing. So
I know how you feel, bro.
yeah. But like there's a lot of things I want to jump into because I want to finish Solasta before Baldur's Gate comes out. Because that game's gonna be at
So
least
what's
a year.
happening with Baldur's Gate? I thought it was already like early access, so you could technically start playing it, right? But is there going to be like a new version, like the official release version or something?
I'm not too sure about that, but there is early access at the moment. Don't know if um I don't know if progress carries over, so I'm just waiting until the
Would
30th.
you want your progress to carry over though, or just start fresh with all the new features and stuff?
I'd rather just start fresh. Like, yeah, I would wait personally, is what I'm already
Because
doing.
I saw it had like co-op in there, but I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, there's co-op, there's even split screen co-op, which
Yeah,
was
that would be kind of weird. That would be kind of cool, but it'd be kind of weird.
yeah. Like, there's also a whole there was a whole bunch of stats that they put out. And I was trying to look. It was like how many lines of dialogue, how many hours of
Yeah, to me
cutscene.
that's kind of whatever though, because like just because it's in there doesn't mean it's gonna be good. Like it looks good, but I don't know how
Uh,
much extra time they've had from being early access. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I'm just, God, I'm
Like,
looking. I need.
if it just came out like that with all those things, that would be insane. Like, that would be like Mass Effect, like 2, kind of insane.
Yeah. I, there was they was saying that like with the early access because it's just Act One, like compared to the like they've added stuff to Act One. So Act One now compared to when early access launched is 33% bigger than what it was like a year
So what they did
year
like a
and a half
Final
ago.
Fantasy kind of thing.
Kinda, but then like Act One isn't even a quarter of the whole game. They said.
Oh, so it's like it's basically a Lost Ark. Is that what you're saying? Like, it's gone.
Not quite, but yeah. But the sheer size of this game is it is going to be
I
rather
mean,
large,
the
and there's
question is it going to be the bigger than Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
I mean we know that this game at least works.
Was that?
We know this game at least works.
I mean, true. I
I
mean,
mean, I
it
just
did
stopped
work.
playing fucking
It
Jedi
did
Survivor.
work for about 10 minutes before it shit itself.
I mean, I just straight up stopped playing Jedi Survivor because of how fucking bad the performance was.
I mean, you didn't just stop. You gave it like 3 good attempts, and then you're like, all right.
Yeah,
Like, it's not like you were like looking for reasons to stop playing it.
I
It
wanted to
was
keep
just giving
playing
you
it.
all sorts of reasons not to.
Yeah, I wanted to keep playing it, but it just didn't want me to. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck you. I'll go play something else.
Yeah, and then you finish Persona.
Yeah, eventually I did, but I did
It baffles me that you finished Hogwarts Legacy before you finished Persona.
it. Yeah, I just kept putting off, kept putting off Persona further and further. And I finished it. I did finish it eventually. But yeah, like there's like the big thing I'm looking forward to is would be Baldur's Gate at the moment. Yeah.
Just trying to think. Is there anything else? It's like something for you is like Diablo and Baldur's Gate. And then you still have Solasta, which is not really going away.
Yeah, I want to finish that before the 31st, I want to say, is Baldur's Gate 3.
So all I know is in your Solasta run is I'm a Giga Chad. That's it.
I mean, I swear, lately your roles have been really good in
I
Celeste.
know. Even in the D&D campaign, my rolls were pretty pretty bumping.
Yeah,
At least
I
last
mean,
last time.
I mean, apart
We're
from the
not counting the
Constitution
first
save,
section because the first
apart
section
from
was
apart from the Constitution save eating those berries.
look, that wasn't in combat though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. I'm talking about in combat. So,
Yeah,
man,
that
do
was
we
fun.
want to talk about that now then? Because we've talked about how depressing the games industry is at the moment, and we're just waiting for like it to not be shit again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could.
Because
Yeah, that
we had our D&D session last week, and we had one member missing because they were is he sick
really
or
sick.
was he
Yeah, he was
is
sick.
he was sick? He wasn't injured, which is good.
Yeah, he said he was very sick. Although he later jumped in a call with me in Jamaican, saying that even if next time he doesn't want to miss it, so even if he's
Yeah, he's just not gonna.
dying,
He's gonna do it. He's literally just gonna. He's just gonna.
yeah, he's gonna he's gonna tough it out and just join in, no matter how sick he is.
Yeah. I mean, what did you think about like the last session?
Uh it, it
I mean,
was I don't know.
I had more instances of
It was
potential
funny.
derailment because I didn't have a ghosty to keep me in check. So
Yeah, like it was funny. I mean, I would have been better if everyone was there, like, obviously, but
I mean,
yeah, it
yes,
was. Yeah,
but at least like lore
and I had
wise, it didn't break anything. You know what I
no,
mean?
so I had to like change a whole bunch of stuff. Not change, but like make. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I had to change some things.
Make
So
amendments. There you go.
yeah, I had to amend some things because of a character not being there. I had to alter some things, and yeah, that was fun doing a
What
few
was it
hours
like a
before.
massive like change or?
I mean, I not really. I had to do something like make something that was still fun. Like it didn't change. Didn't change. Actually, it added things. I added things to it that weren't originally going to be there. Like the whole goblin fight wasn't going to happen, but it did now. So yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, look, that goblin fight was sick. The lead up to the goblin fight was sick, but in a different kind of sick.
Yeah, I'll just. Do you want to go into that? Failing the Constitution save.
I mean, like we had other stuff happening. So basically, we kind of just caught up because we leveled up, so we had to work out our new skills. And honestly, I think that's why my rolls were pretty broken, like that entire session. Because my character's a barbarian, and he unlocked was it reckless attack,
Yeah. Yep.
which basically means I just YOLO everything, and I get advantage on all my rolls, all my was it my hit dice rolls,
On your attack roll.
like on my attack, yeah. Which basically means that it's very unlikely that I'm gonna roll low because I think I have like a +3 on my rolls or a +4 on my rolls as well, so it's already kind of disgusting. But yeah. We did all like the leveling up. I think Y got like an extra spell, and so did Squeezel.
Yeah, some spells. There was some small spell slots that they had access to,
Um,
and also
like
Y now has access to his subclass as well. He's level 2 on a wizard.
yeah. Also, I ripped off the jerky stand dude. So
That jerky stand merchant will remember you.
I don't give a shit. I'll remember the
He,
jerky.
he's gonna have some amendments to how he runs his business from now
I
on.
mean,
From now
look,
on.
maybe he shouldn't leave all of his shit lying around there when he closes. Maybe he should like pack it away in storage. But hey, look, what would I know about running a business, eh?
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, I ripped him off and basically took his entire stock. So
Yeah.
I think I had like 30 rations worth of jerky.
Yeah. So they're not going to be going hungry anytime soon.
And then did anything else happen in town? I mean, Quiet
I
Night met
mean,
like some creepy bookkeeper dude.
yeah, the creepy book, the fucking creepy bookkeeper, the one that made Quiet Night draw a map of the area because she claimed that all the like she can draw better maps, so he put it to the test and said, "Well, my maps are so shit, you can draw one for me." Essentially,
Yeah. Like nothing else happened in town
there was
apart from the incident. Look,
the
I mean,
incident with the guards.
look, I was playing my character, all right? It wasn't my fault, all right?
Yeah,
No one explained the situation, and I thought there was more goblins. So, there may have been an instance where I charged into town and almost tried to 5v1 some guards.
because the town bells rang, and I mean, as far as Jamaican character knew, town bell meant goblins because that's what happened the night before. So, in other words,
And I only have 12 int. So, like,
that's smarter than the average person.
yeah, the average person would be just like, oh, the bells are ringing. But I'm like, oh, the bells are ringing. There must be more goblins, See, that's the extra int.
Yeah, and there was some talking to guards before the incident, and then your incident happened, and
I
then
mean, look.
there's also the mayor as well. He was
I
a bit
mean,
of a dick.
basically, the mayor was just like, hey, yo, we got a goblin problem, sort it out. We'll give you money.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the TLDR. We won't discuss the guard incident any further because I'm a good boy. I'm not this rebellious trouble causing individual. That's not me.
So you want to avoid the fact that you were pinned down by the guards?
Hey, look, he punched his buddy, not me. So that's
I
a
mean,
dub in my book.
That's what happens when the guard rolls in that one trying to.
That's what happens when you call me a child. I'm a dwarf barbarian. Well, no,
No, no.
gnome barbarian. That's pretending to be a dwarf. I don't know. I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm having one of those like freaking Tropic Thunder moments where it's like,
Uh,
yeah, that
uh,
was town. We left the town and well, I mean, we left the town to go exterminate some goblinos, but um, I tried to use the "Trust me, I'm a cook" line. Turns out that I am a cook, just not a very good one. And I decided to procure some local ingredients, some regional ingredients in the form of berries.
Berries. Yeah, some berries. And
No one
you,
wanted to try my cooking, so that was kind of
you,
sad.
you proceed to eat the berries without
I
checking
mean, no
them
one else is
first.
gonna. We're not gonna eat. We're not gonna waste food, you know.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
you could have just not ate the berry.
I could have, but I didn't. All right. So I mean, I succeeded one of the Constitution checks. It was just the fact that everyone was shit talking my cooking, and I proceeded to eat more that I failed the second Constitution check, where I proceeded to violently shit everywhere. And you know it's bad when there's a mute gnome shitting in the forest and people can still hear him.
Hey, just because you're mute doesn't mean you can't make noise.
I don't feel pain. I should have popped rage. It would have reduced the damage, but minus
Funny.
50 health on my butthole. But yeah. Look, turns out it was the perfect way to lure the enemy out.
Yeah,
And,
that's one way to think about it.
you know, everybody else was like trying to be like, yo, we gotta scout this area, find out what we're doing, talk to some birds and shit. And I'm just like, why would we talk to some birds and shit when we could just get to the end shit part straight away and just go in there?
Even like you're a barbarian that doesn't wear armor.
Hey, look, it all worked out in the end. I killed like 5 goblins, beheaded like the goblin chief. I beheaded like, well, I cut this mage dude in half. It all worked out in
Also,
the end. You know, I
also,
just had to get it out of my system.
can I just say that my rolls that session were absolutely horrible as the DM. Like the fucking goblin boss couldn't hit shit. Even literally
Squeezel's
10 feet
character
of
took
distance.
0 damage the entire fight, and there was 10 goblins in the village plus a sorcerer.
Yeah, they all just missed. It was not. I mean, it was good for them, but for me, it was like do
Does that mean
something.
Ghosty's gonna die next session because he's just gonna
Probably,
get one shot by a freaking fireball from a level 1 goblin? Or
probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
That was pretty much it. It was just a big like it was just like it was just a big battle and well actually it was multiple battles on my end, but like it was just one big battle for everybody else.
I mean, the wizard dude had the same necklace as the dude that killed in town. So,
Yeah, but
little,
we haven't got back to town yet. See, that's the
mm,
thing. So like the battle of the village, the goblin village, where we eradicated their entire population. That was pretty much like we pretty much killed the entire village, looted all their shit, and then slept in their tents.
and that's yeah.
That was pretty much it. So
I mean, there was also like the teleportation circle, the incomplete teleportation circle in
and
one
the
of the
food.
tents. Yeah, and the food that you can cook or dry if you want. I mean, you could even take it to the jerky stand and give it to him if you wanted to.
I could, but why would I do that?
That is also true.
Did you kill the goblins, Mr. Jerky Stand person? No?
But
It seems kind of pointless selling it to you, because, you know, that's a net loss for me.
God damn it.
I mean,
Poor jerky stand owner.
I feel sorry for him. He sounds like he's from Queensland. What are you on about?
What's wrong with that? Fuck you.
You don't feel sorry for Queenslanders trying to sell a jerky? What are you on about?
How dare you?
It's a very specific subset of people in a very low 0.01 percentages, but if they are somehow magically listening to this, I apologize. For absolutely
I
nobody.
was going to say he doesn't really mean it. Fucking
I
goddamn.
mean, I was thinking like our next excursion is probably going to be in one of the mines. That's the
Yeah,
next course of action.
that's what this session was going to be. Going to be
I
the
mean,
mine.
that's what I figured
Yeah,
because, uh, because of the maps and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I thought it was I thought it was good practice though, just to see how like the new abilities worked.
hmm.
Because Y pretty much uses abilities like almost perfectly. Like he
Yeah,
stops
I
so
kind of
much
expect that
damage.
from why though.
No, but he took a shit ton of damage. But if he didn't use like his abilities the way he did, he probably would have died.
Yeah, probably.
Because like all of his shields were pretty much perfect, and he was like kind of messed up.
Hmm. Yeah, he was hurting. He was hurting. Not a lot, but he was hurting.
I got down to like 3 health at some point, and then I kind of just wasn't at 3 health anymore.
Yes, Squeeze healing you.
She rolls once for everything, but when she has to heal someone, it's like max roll every single time.
I know, right? She can't hit it. Although the one time she does hit something, I just do shield on the fucking wizard, and she's
Actually,
I could hear the disappointment.
yeah. You might think like DM stands for Dungeon Master, but it's actually Dick Move.
And also, she, she also got mind control, but because of how the wizard worded it
She
and
didn't
like
get mind control. She got shit suggested. Did she?
yeah, it was yeah, I think it was suggestion. Yeah,
Is that mind control?
it's essentially a charm, which is similar to mind control. But yeah.
Yeah. But that Goblin Village battle because Ghosty wasn't there. I popped off. It's just I was like that was a choppy choppy.
That was that was that was that was just so funny. How that little played out.
Hmm? Oh
It
yeah, I
was
did like this majestic combat flip because I killed like all the goblins on my side of the village, so there were like 4 goblins on my side of the village, while everybody else was fighting like the goblin chief and the shaman and stuff on the other side of the village. So I
yeah,
disposed of my last goblin, and I did this amazing like there was just like a low wall that I had to jump over, and I did like this amazing like stylish sort of combat flip over the wall. But because of my little berry incident before, I had a little bit of extra stuff dripping down my leg. So it kind of like flicked it into the air as I was doing this combat flip, and yeah, it was like
yeah,
it was like a warning shot to the goblin chief that I was gonna mess him up. You know what I mean?
of course. Yep,
I mean, it was a fun time.
it was good. Ah, it was fun.
Because like the main issue we're having right now is just working out like the combat system because that seems to be what's taking the longest. But once we suss that out, we just get comfortable with what we're gonna do.
Although I did
Pretty
find the
chill.
combat taking a bit too long. Honestly, I felt like as the DM, I felt like it took like a bit too long, but I don't know how everyone else felt.
I mean, no one was
But
killing anyone. I had to finish the big boy and the wizard because everyone was like missing.
that is true. Also, all my guys are missing as well.
I mean, yes, that sounds like not my problem.
It's a my problem.
I mean, they weren't missing me.
That's true. Although you were taking half damage, so
Not that I really cared, but I don't know. There's something about like me being in combat and I'm almost about to die, and I'm just sitting there grinning. And Squeeze's character's like, "God damn it!" And she has to like heal me.
yeah, good times. Oh, God, yeah.
I
Was
finally got to redeem myself compared to the first goblin fight where I killed 0 goblins.
That is true. Your
So
your kill count's getting high now.
so my hero is like 50% now, right? Based on the statistics.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, probably about it.
That's good. I'm eagerly awaiting the shenanigans that is going to potentially occur next session though. So
Yeah, I've still got to plan that out as well and drop some maps.
got a bit of a landmine shenanigans going on.
Yep. That, I'm not sure how I want to do the map. Oh, mm,
I believe, I trust that you know what you're
yes.
doing. I'm just there for a good time, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Also, I found that new website that I wanted to
That
try.
new
It,
website's actually sick.
yeah, it's
I don't know
Al.
how responsive it's going to be if like multiple people are watching it, but
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing because the website I'm talking about is Albert Rodeo. I think it was.
it's
Yeah,
like
Albert Rodeo.
my goal every session is just to do something that catches initiative off guard.
So far, it's happened.
So far,
I
it's
mean,
happened every single time.
it happened twice in just this session with the guards and then the berries.
I mean, the berries that was on you. I was that wasn't planned, but the guard incident was not
Oh,
premeditated, but definitely was
oh,
aiming to be in character.
but also the fucking jerky stand. I was not expecting to just take the whole stock
Hey,
of
look,
the jerky stand.
what you
That
think?
caught me off guard.
I mean, yes, I'm just happy it worked.
And that's what happens when you roll someone.
It
I
wasn't
mean,
even close. It was like a 20 something. Like
yeah. I mean, for
I think
you, that's still
it was
pretty
like a
high.
20. It was like a 24 or something like that. It's like, yeah.
Which for you is still pretty high as a barbarian.
Dude, I was hitting 20 pluses for everything in that goblin fight minus one roll. That was an 18. Right? Every
Yeah,
single connection landed except, like, even the javelin landed. I threw a javelin at a goblin. Even that
yes,
landed.
yeah. I'm just gonna say that jerky stand has changed his business. Like I said before, he has changed his business. He's still doing jerky, but he's made some changes to
Yeah,
it.
he's not a jerky standing anymore. He's a jerky barely standing.
God damn. But no, yeah. If he sees you again, yeah, it'll be funny.
It's
At least
fine.
I hope everyone
It's
will enjoy what
fine.
happens.
I'll just reckless attack with my greatsword. It's fine. Self defense.
It'll be interesting.
I love the little subplots that we're creating though. That's like the best part about this is like nothing is really a dumb idea. Because like
Oh, there is.
no, but like either it is a dumb idea, but it works, or it's super funny.
And that's also because I'm just yes anding everything. It's like
Yeah,
I'm
but
just gonna let
still,
and I'm just letting
still.
people have letting everyone have their
No,
fun.
but like
Okay?
having that like that little bit of creative freedom is kind of
Yeah,
like nice because when it pays off, it feels so much better because it feels more like organic.
yeah. I mean, even though I'm telling the story, it's like everyone is the storyteller. Does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah, yeah. I mean, like everyone's telling their story from their perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you kind of just like add everything up. But like, I'm hoping people get a little bit more adventurous
Yeah, I'm hoping. I hope.
because
No,
everyone's a little bit more reserved right now. They're not really like fully
like
exploring their potential. or what they can do with their characters. Yeah.
Like I would love it if everyone got heavily into role playing for it because like
I mean, I'm not
Squeeze,
saying like derail every 5 seconds, but I'm just saying
no,
like
yeah, like I know Squeezle and Quiet Night are a little bit more cautious on like the whole not so much but like there's that anxiety element.
and Y
Yeah,
kind of just uses his brain, so
I
I
mean
think
he's always
that's where me and Ghosty have to lead by example. Like
yeah, like I tried to bring them out of their shells with with their
oh
different
no,
stores.
they'll do it over time. It's
Like
more
with
of
Squeezle, I did the that store which everyone thought was funny. Like when I like when she walked up to the store, I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck do you the fuck do you want?" I think everyone enjoyed that. Like I,
like well, we
I
try
tried to
to
give
coax
NPCs like
Initiative
personality.
into his voice acting arc.
Yeah, and I figured
We'll
if,
get
if
we'll get there eventually. We'll get there
everyone
eventually.
wants it, might as well just give it to them.
I mean, like what? I mean, if we're gonna laugh, we're gonna laugh like not at you.
Yeah, might as well make it somewhat funny.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, you know, it might like be weird at first, but it's always weird when you start talking to yourself. Like, but once you get used to it, it doesn't. It's not as weird. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I love who just agreed with that.
yeah. I mean, like it's gonna take a while for me to get used to doing different
Oh yeah,
voices
it's
as
gonna
well.
take a while for everyone to get used to it. So.
Because I really feel like this is just gonna turn into therapy. Every 2 weeks, it's a therapy session. People like do the parts of their personality that they put the personality with the characters, and it's just gonna end up being
Show us on
therapy
a gnome
session.
where show us on a gnome doll where he touched you.
Pretty much. Like I can definitely see like even like the second session compared to the first, Quiet Night was a lot more open. I want to say like she was a bit more
Oh yeah,
into it.
yeah, yeah. She adjusts very quickly. She it's kind of weird to be honest. It's like, she can be super uncomfortable the first time around, and then the second time around, it's like, oh, did we do this last time? And then she'll just be all,
Yeah,
I don't know. It just happened. It's like Cards Against Humanity the first time versus Cards Against Humanity the second time.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, I feel like for Squeeze was probably going to take another 2 or 3 sessions before she's like fully comfortable with it.
Yeah, but I also don't know like just how tired people are as well, because energy
That is
levels
also
might be a
true.
bit different during the
Yeah,
week and stuff like that, depending on how busy or how quiet it was.
yeah.
So
Like for you and Y, I think it's not. I don't want to say it comes naturally, but it's like more open to like how it functions because Y's played it
I mean, for
before.
me, it's just I don't really care about looking stupid because I've done it so many times. I'm a freaking veteran. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and like Y's played D&D before, so he's got a bit more of
yeah. So
experience. And Ghosty's just well, Ghosty.
I mean, Ghosty's just like just having a he's like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think he's
But
like the most immersed in it. Like, definitely the least observant, but most immersed, guaranteed.
yeah, yeah. If anything, I can guarantee Ghosty's going to play to his character, like the character he's
I
designed.
mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've been doing a relatively good job of playing my character.
Okay, every time that like you were screaming goblins, was that your axolotl screaming
No,
goblins?
it's my goblins screaming goblins. My
The
axolotl
goblins
screaming goblins.
instead
Yeah,
your
shush.
goblins screaming.
Look,
Your goblins
I
screaming
was running in
goblins.
there with a
Okay.
sword, and my axolotl was screaming goblins.
Oh, okay.
It was a dumb one.
It was the okay. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, my character's like an enabler for like the axolotl. You know how you have like a dad and he has a kid that's like a dumbass, but sometimes he just like he commits. with the
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Like that's what my character is like, because he's like the dad of like, that's like it's like his two babies right there, and one of them has brains. He kind of just keeps to himself, and the other one obviously got the smaller share.
This, yeah, that's one way to say it.
Because like sometimes you got to channel some intelligent sort of energy, and sometimes you just got to channel chaotic dumbass energy. Perfectly balanced.
I'm just waiting for what, like when people get to like, level 5, and why does that fireball that just hits everyone in the party without
I can
thinking?
take it.
You can, the others not
I'll
so.
have like 500 health by then. It'll be fine.
It's gonna be funny, like when Y just casts a spell and everyone just gets hit. It'll be funny. Or or Squeezel does it.
Either that or like
Anyway,
Squeezel will just magically like avoid damage. She'll just turn into
somehow.
tungsten and become fireproof somehow. I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting though. Um, yeah, I've got some ways I want to push the story in. It's gonna be
I don't go ahead, man, dude. See, the thing is, right? I'm not capable of planning long term enough to actually like deviate too hard from the story.
yeah.
So, like, pretty much all of the stuff that I'm doing right now is just like extra side quests. It doesn't actually like, like
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also like one of those things of like when your character is done, would you want to swap to a new character? Or are you going to run that character to the end?
oh, probably I don't mind. It's an adventure, so I'm not too stressed about making a new character. I have like how many alts in Lost Ark? I played Tarkov. Like
I guess.
doesn't really bother me.
Oh, we'll cross that bridge when
But, we have to survive more than a reasonable amount of time before we could start thinking about that.
we get. That is true.
Like, it would be kind of cool if our characters survive for a long time and like complete whatever it is they want to complete, that they become like NPCs of the world, like for the next,
Yeah,
like a
yeah, the
roguelike
next
kind of
campaign.
thing.
Yeah,
That would be kind of cool, but that
like
would require some more brain power and weaving that in.
yeah, like I have some ways I've got ideas. I've also got to go through everyone's backstory again, like how I can weave it into it.
Ah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's just I'm looking forward to when people start experimenting, because that's always like the most interesting part about it.
yeah,
Like the cool thing about the my character is he could go out and be doing dumb shit, but he could also be just sitting in a room eating food the entire day and not doing anything.
that is yeah, that's true. That's very barbarian. That is very barbarian.
That's what I love about it. It's just like if I just want people to like go do their own thing and then put them on the spot for a little bit, I could have like a jerky coma, like not that kind of jerky coma, but like the beef jerky, like
For fuck's sake. What the fuck? God damn it.
you know.
Anyway, so yeah. Uh yeah, like
We had a little bit more events happening this week, more combat related stuff, but
like
I think
like
we're still on that little roller, the roller coaster, like uphill kind of ding, 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 ding. Like
yeah, yeah. I mean everyone's level 2, so I'm not gonna be
yeah, that's what I'm
throwing
saying.
like dragons at everyone just yet.
I mean, we had a pretty decent amount of action so far.
Also, that's one thing I would ask everyone is like, have they been like, has everyone been okay with the amount of combat, or do they want to do more role play stuff, or do they want more combat?
I mean, dude, I have a
Like,
great sword. I'm okay with combat. Like,
I know, like I know you're fine with so much combat as well, but like I need to get everyone else on like if they want to do like more role play stuff.
everybody
Like
else is like in town, like doing story, like soul searching and stuff like that. I'm just like rolling nat 20s, doing 15 damage.
yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, like I've got to try and work out a good balance
Yeah,
between everything and actually figure out like what is a good combat scenario. I don't want to make things too hard, but I also don't want to make things too easy.
yeah. It's just like right now, it just doesn't feel like there's that many stakes at the moment. Like, there's no real like heavy investment into the characters, so we're not like thinking of like man, I'm not thinking too much about what I'm doing. I just run in, just try and kill everything in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, there's no. I think the only person that's kind of thinking about that is Y.
Yeah, I mean, Quiet Night as well would be thinking about a character.
I mean, I think she's more just unsure than thinking. Like, she's not like tactically thinking.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and Ghosty was sick, so I don't really sure how he's feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our damage was reasonably good. So if Ghost is there, it's just gonna be even more ridiculous because he's got like +6 on whatever it is, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Because he
having
hasn't leveled
trying
up
to
yet either, so
yeah, trying to balance around a rogue. Oh, that's gonna be a pain.
it's gonna be so funny because he's gonna be like just
Because I've
you know
fought
when you're like glass cannon and you're just killing everything and then you hit that like next tier area where everyone's just a little bit higher level. You know, like in Diablo
yeah,
when you just
yep.
plowing through everywhere and then all of a sudden you just like stand still for half a second, just instantly die. I feel like that's what's gonna happen to Ghosty.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that's probably exactly what'll happen to Ghosty. But like, I know what subclass he's going to go. He's going to go the assassin subclass because of how he's built his backstory and character. I
Cool.
know he's going assassin. Assassin, it's going to do so much damage. I'm worried.
I feel like it synergizes well with my character because I am like
It does, especially because he's doing the melee rogue, like with the
mm.
daggers instead of range. It does combo very well with you.
Yeah. I just like it because it feels like the relationship between his character and my character is kind of like semi cemented with what he tried to set up in the first session. So it's gonna be like one of those like weird like friends but not friends like situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, like more rival kind of thing.
I would say rival, but it kind of gave me like a Gimli Legolas vibes.
Yeah, yeah, like a rivalry kind of thing.
Like it's not rivalry, but like they kind of because of because of how they're raised, they kind of taught to sort of not like each other. But then it kind of gets to the point where they can't not like each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it's gonna go from like, hey, stop trying to do everything yourself to us like taking turns doing kill counts in between during battles and stuff like that, while everybody else is freaking out.
yeah. Oh, gonna be interesting.
There's a lot of interesting dynamics that could like develop as far as the interactions between the different people in the group is concerned.
Yeah, like so far the characters, like they're one of those things where, like the characters no one has any bonds to anyone, so it's going to be interesting how things work out. Because
I mean, no one has any bonds to anyone.
like like everyone's character like came into this town by themselves. They don't know
Yeah, yeah.
anybody.
They're not like bound by destiny yet. So,
Yeah, so
which
like
is
that's something that
fine because it's like 2 sessions in. There's like literally we've done nothing but kill goblins. So
I know, but I mean like if someone was to die right now, like if someone was to die
yeah,
in the next
no
session,
one really care. Yeah,
yeah, it's not like 20 sessions down the road where
yeah,
people's
but that's what I'm
characters
saying.
are
Like,
the bottom.
like I'm not worried about like now. I'm just saying like in the future, like having that would be like really cool.
Yeah.
Like, like trying to work out a way to like build that organically would be really cool.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That was like what I meant. It's well, it's also like it's also like on you guys as well to make it come across natural
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, I've already
Well,
like started thinking about how I want to approach that kind of interactions with each other.
like you said, it's just like, oh, we're a group now. We all get along like best friends. Like, what? Like, I don't want like interpersonal conflict, but it's like you guys don't know each other. It's like you have no reason to, like, apart from like the fights you've had, you've got no reason to trust one another, kind
Yeah,
of
but
thing.
it's kind of one of those things where it's just like it's like a friend group in school before it's developed. Like when you like look at how they first met each other compared to how they become like how they're friends now,
Yeah, I
it's
guess.
kind of like that kind of journey of
Yeah,
is kind of like the best feeling, you know.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure we'll work it out. Either that or we'll dodge a fireball from a dragon. But like, either way,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anything, Ghosty's gonna be the first one to die.
I don't know. It's just fun because it's like, especially when you don't have like a dedicated friend group growing up, because I kind of like floated around.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun just like being able to experiment.
Yeah.
It's like borderline getting to therapy already. Like, let's be honest. Like,
I mean, like, yeah, I could have just spent therapy sessions every 2 weeks.
it's like if you could relive your childhood, how would you make friends?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, it's been good. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like I'm surprised I haven't like completely derailed the.
I mean, it's
So
only session 2. Like, we've got plenty of
I know,
time.
but like still, I'm just like.
There will be plenty of time to derail.
I mean, I know there'll be plenty of opportunities, but I'm impressed with how coherent it's somehow still managed to stay. Because if I was in charge of um, driving the bus, then I mean we're doomed is probably an understatement. But like I don't know, it's just got a nice vibe to it. It's something to like look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I mean, I hope everyone else is looking
I think
forward to
everybody
it.
else is right.
I hope it doesn't get to the point where it's like, oh god, I've got D&D this week. I hope it
I
doesn't
don't
get to
think it's
that.
gonna get to. I don't think it's gonna get to that point. I don't think we're sway enough to do that. This isn't a freaking WoW raid group, man. This is freaking D&D, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking Dungeons and Dumbasses. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was D&D this fortnight. Yeah. What else have we got?
What have we got left?
I think that's about it, honestly.
Apart from like the dumpster fire that is Lost Ark.
Yeah, I mean, the talk about Lost Ark never really ends. I mean, kind of. I mean, we did things in reverse, but pretty much did
I
everything.
mean, we didn't. We did have we agreed to just wing it this
Yeah.
time around. So pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm thinking we would have a lot more interesting stuff to talk about next time because you'll have Diablo by then.
Yeah, I'll have the Diablo season. I'll even
Um,
potentially
and you'll
have,
either be finishing Solasta or finish Solasta and then Baldur's Gate.
depending when we do it next. It could be because this was going to be recorded on the Friday, but now we're recording it on the Monday,
Yeah.
so a bit late. So depending on how like our scheduling works for next time, it could be might have already started Baldur's Gate at that point,
Ooh, I see.
but we'll
Like
see.
I'll definitely watch it, but I don't think I'll play it. I don't think it's. I think it's one of those things where it'd be like I'd check out, like,
Yeah,
you know,
no, that's fine.
10% away. But
Yeah,
like
that's
compared
fine.
to you, man, this is your freaking this is your jams right there.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I've been waiting for this game for a long time.
I'm actually legitimately surprised you haven't been playing a lot of the early access stuff.
No, I've how much time have I got it? I played the early access when it first came out. I mean, I've got 23 hours in the early access.
That ain't nothing, man. That
No,
ain't
no, but
nothing.
that was like the
It's like
first
the same amount of time you
first
played
came out.
Halls of Torment for the first time around.
Yeah. No, I've only got 13 hours in Halls of Torment. But no,
Only
like,
says.
yeah. But yeah, I've been like I played it when it first came out. Then I played the first big update, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till the game
Yeah.
actually comes out.
That's the best way to do it because you don't want to like, get too attached to it and then watch it go to the shitter.
Yeah, like I'm hoping this game.
I mean,
But
I've heard pretty much nothing but good things about it, so it's looking
yeah,
promising. And it's not like Cyberpunk overhyped. It's actually like it's tangible. It's there.
yeah,
People have actually played. So I
it's
mean,
gonna be
apparently Cyberpunk has a very positive reviews on Steam now as well. So
wait, really?
maybe I might try that out sometime in the future. Probably in the distant future sometime.
Really? It's
Yeah,
on
apparently
very
it's got very
positive?
yeah, apparently it's on very positive or positive, I think.
No,
So no.
it's on very positive. How?
They must have fixed the game. New World 2.0.
I mean, if anything, I'm gonna wait for the DLC to come out before I do anything with Cyberpunk. But
I mean, yeah, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Like anything that goes through a No Man's Sky arc, I'd be happy about, but I doubt that I would do the same thing.
they put out official modules for Cyberpunk. Hmm.
I don't know what they did, dude, because no,
When's
I don't know what they did, but
26th of September is the DLC. I guess I don't want to find out about
I guess they did the good old like lay low and avoid the shitstorm as much as possible and make the game good strat,
it. Yeah,
which I wish more
seems.
companies did.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, Blizzard, but
I mean, you just want fucking StarCraft.
I don't. I honestly don't. Based on how StarCraft 2 ended, and based on the fact that most of the OG devs from the from StarCraft and Warcraft aren't even with Blizzard anymore, I actually it's one of those things where it's just like I actually don't want it to come out because like deep down in my soul I know it's gonna be bad and I don't want to like give it that chance
How
to
would you
give
feel
me
if they?
false sense of hope.
How would you be if they changed the genre of it, moved it away from RTS into something else, like
Hey,
into
as
a
long as
shooter,
it's not a battle royale, I'll be happy.
like I think a turn-based like action game.
There was gonna be like there was gonna be version of it that they were going to make that was kind of like Splinter Cell,
Okay.
like a stealth game version of it.
I think it's like a StarCraft X would be good.
No, there was supposed to be one called StarCraft Ghost, and it's supposed to be basically like you play as one of the Ghost operatives, but like it's like Splinter Cell, it's like a stealth game.
Okay.
So it's like a third person like stealth game,
Hmm.
but it got scrapped apparently. So I don't know, like could be that.
I think a
Could be
StarCraft
tower
XCOM game would
defense.
be good.
That would be kind of funny if they ever made a tower defense, but
An XCOM game
I
in
don't know.
StarCraft universe would be pretty
Like at that point, just make another XCOM game.
cool. Yeah. Yes.
Because like they made like an XCOM Gears of War, and apparently that was decent. But
Yeah. From what I
like
saw, that was pretty good.
I don't like the idea of getting an IP that's known as one of the if not the greatest RTSs of all time, and it's not an RTS.
I guess.
Because that sounds just like the video game equivalent of a Netflix adaptation. Like I don't think I want that in my life.
Hmm, that's fair.
Because it's like I've never watched One Piece before, so I wonder if I should start with the Netflix version and then work my way up to the animes.
When does the Netflix version come out?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it's gonna be bad because Netflix live action
I
anime.
mean, I hope it's good because I love One Piece.
I mean, I have no emotional attachment to One Piece, so if it's absolutely doo doo tier, then at least it'll be funny. But
August 31st. Oh, same day as Baldur's Gate. Um,
oh wow, you're going for a freaking weeb D&D sesh. Tell me you're a no without saying you're a no. Oh my
hello.
god.
Um,
Yeah. No, I hope Stormgate is good, and if it's not, then I'm okay with letting RTS just the RTS part of me just die. I'm okay with that.
yeah,
But if it is good, then I guess you know where I'll be for the next year.
that's true.
'Cause, right now, I mean, Lost Ark is it's still fun. It's just the it's like the same sort of thing that happened with New World, where there's so many people that have like a massive like hate boner for the game because like either they play a different game and they just don't like the game, or they used to play the game and you know they burn themselves out and they kind of blame the game for it or whatever, like whatever their reason is, and it's just tiring listening to those people because they're the ones that complain the most, but like do the least.
Yeah.
And it's like you know when you get into like that dead game territory, where even if the game's not dead, everyone just says it's a dead game.
Oh, like Destiny. Okay.
Like what?
Like Destiny. Everyone calls Destiny a dead game, but it's still pretty popular.
I mean, yeah, like or like when they were shitting on New World or when they were shitting on
Yeah. I mean,
whatchamacallit.
everyone needs a punching bag.
I know, but like I am tired of people who are just constantly like chasing after the negative shit because like I have enough of that like in real life, and the reason I'm playing video games is just to not deal with that.
Yeah.
So when it's like the majority of the experience when I'm playing the video game, it just naturally makes it not enjoyable. And I
Hmm.
know they're announcing a whole bunch of band-aid fixes and potential fixes in the future, but I think it dropped down to like 11K or something like that in current or something.
Wait, Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I was just looking on the top 100. It's not on there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on like 11, 12K or something like that right now. So,
I mean, you can always guarantee all the
uh,
bots left then.
oh yeah, because it's not profitable. Like
Yeah.
that probably doesn't
Oh
help.
no, no. There's 26,000 people at the moment.
That's how many?
26,000.
Huh, that's kind of weird.
It's at 46 on the 100. I just scrolled past it.
So I don't know if that's just people like taking time off to play BDO, and because I know a lot of people already hit 1580 ages ago, so they don't have to
Yeah,
touch it, and they're definitely not gonna whale for 1600 because that's just dumb.
yeah. That's not worth. That
So
is
like
a bad decision.
I don't know, it's
Yosemite
kind
and
of
Wallet.
yeah, it's kind of just weird, kind of just weird. So I'm kind of like treading water at the moment, not knowing what to do. That's why I'm kind of trying to explore like other things, like dismantle and stuff like that. I was enjoying. Oh yeah, I got State of Decay too. That was the other one that I got. That
Oh,
also
you
looked.
went for number two, not three.
Well, I didn't even know there was a three,
Is
and
there?
I'm
Wait,
pretty sure that I don't even know if there's
or
a
am I
three.
thinking of it different? I think of it.
I might be thinking of a different one. I know State of Decay one was kind of shit. So like, not like gameplay wise, but like just it was clunky.
Just will say that. Hmm.
It's kind of the same reason why I chose Dragon Age Inquisition instead of playing Dragon Age 2. You know, like it might be a good game, but I just don't want to deal with like the clunkiness of it, and I want to
Yeah.
just experience something new because I didn't actually play Dragon Age Inquisition, even though I said like 5 million times to myself that I would. So,
State of Decay was announced in 2020.
is what?
State of Decay 3 was announced in 2020.
Is it even out yet? Or
No.
oh, good. Well, by the time I finish it, it'll probably be out. So
I thought that game was
like
already out.
yeah, streaming Lost Ark is kind of like goes up and down. Like there's
Yeah.
like one good raid, and then it's kind of like whatever, and then there's another good raid, and it's kind of whatever. Like it's just super inconsistent, and it's just not a good vibe sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I just do one day of Lost Ark and then the other day of something else, or if I just do something else while they work on whatever it is they need to work on.
I just do something else. There's no harm in it. Like no harm in that. And at least some
Oh,
will
there's
keep you
plenty of
smoking.
harm. Like you might not see me for like a week because like I think the most important thing is to do it because like it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't wanna get into the trap where people feel like they're forced to do something.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of stupid, right? Because like I do my chaos dungeons pretty much every day because it's enjoyable. But like the best part of the game is the least enjoyable part of the game for me right now. Like what people say is the best part of the game is like the least enjoyable part of the game for me now.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what we have to see what the other games bring to the table. You know, because BDO and Honkai have definitely got features that I wish Lost Ark had.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
autoplay Guardian raids. How sick would that be? Oh my lord.
I mean, like that's another thing. Like everyone shit on what was it Throne Liberty for being autoplay. It's just I
But
know
the
they're
Throne
different
of
kinds of
Liberty
games.
game, the Throne of Liberty gameplay with the autoplay was literally botting.
Yeah.
Whereas like Star Rail doesn't really affect anyone, and it's just convenient, and it still
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah. Like I
like
said, they're
watching
completely
the
different games.
autoplay, it
But
still looks good.
yeah.
Whereas like watching Throne of Liberty autoplay is literally just watching a bot. Like that's the difference.
I mean, like, Wasteland Liberty was the perfect stream game. You just put it on auto farm. You just talk to
Yeah, and
chat.
then just talk about how shit the game is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, perfect for streaming.
I actually really enjoy Honkai as a casual game because I haven't done any research on like what I should build, like what gear sets I should use on each character, blah 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 blah. I just kind of just use whatever, and if it looks good, I'll just use it. And so far, I have like had zero issues clearing content. So
Yeah, like just the general content you can get through pretty fairly easily. Even the simulated universe stuff. Like you
I think
don't need a
my favorite part about the game though is when you get like the random cell phone text conversations.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that is literally, I don't know why, but that is my favorite part of the game. I don't know if that's because, I'm just incredibly lonely or some shit, but like, just the way that it just simulates like, I don't know, maybe I've just woken up too many times and like check my phone. It's like you have 5 new messages and all of them are like some random Indian dude from Sydney trying to steal your bank details or some shit. But
Yeah.
just like,
And
having like a simulated genuine conversation with someone, I don't know, there's just something about it that's just like kind of like it's sad in a way but also kind of heartwarming at the
and
same
the main
time.
character is such a smartass in those. I love it.
Well, it depends on the answers you pick, but yeah, I always pick
Yeah,
the smart ass ones. But
yeah. That's so good. The responses.
yeah, that is like surprisingly like the best feature of the game. It's like that and the options you have with your resources. Like you can choose what you want to farm.
Yeah.
I think if Lost Ark had that for their dailies, where you could choose which stuff you could get each day, so you could just mix it up or just do whatever you like each day or min max, like it would be so much better.
Yeah.
If your daily was either a cube ticket, a chaos dungeon, a guardian raid, or an island event, or like if they added like Naruni Racing or Makoko Fall Guys or whatever permanently into the game, and you just participated in that, and you could just choose like one of them as your dailies. That would change so much. It's not going to happen because it doesn't print money, but my god, that would turn it into like an S tier game.
I don't know about that.
I mean, compared to doing Chaos Dungeons 48 times a day?
I mean, you don't have to do them 48 times a day.
No, but I would do 48 freaking Naruni races a day instead if I had the option.
Mm.
Like, think of the content, dude.
Yeah.
NA West, #1 ranked Naruni racer.
We
Tips
surely
and
not.
tricks
You've
on
gone
how to
insane
win
at
the
that.
Rooney race on 200 ping.
At that point, we truly know you've gone insane.
Dude, could you imagine instead of how to clear your chaos dungeons efficiently? How many orcs should I make?
Lost
What's
Ark
my best
respects your time.
engravings? Dude,
Does Lost Ark respect your time?
I feel like it did at one point, but it kind of stopped.
Yeah, it was the dating period where it respected you, and when it married you, it just didn't give a shit
I don't think it
anymore.
was a dating period. I think it was like the convincing you that she's normal period. I think the dating period is when it started going downhill. Like the dating period was like the Vicussi sort of days. That's when it started going downhill.
Yeah, by that point, you're already engaged.
Yeah, yeah. Then you think you're a clown, and then all of a sudden you realize you're into feet.
These devs, also, I just want to say, the fucking Honkai devs know exactly what they're doing with the fucking abilities in
Dude,
that game.
the side quests where like I'm like I don't even know why. Like I remember the first time I was playing it and I was streaming it to you into Discord and I was dumpster diving trash cans and just reading the
Yeah.
dialogue. Like just random stupid shit like that. That is like the best thing. Because, like, if you want a game that respects your time, that is the example of how to do it. Like,
Also,
I,
the amount of like boob shots and ass shots the game has, that those devs know exactly what they're doing.
or
I
like
think you
leg shots, like the leg arrow
and
spawn,
and Natasha when she uses the
and
ultimate.
Natasha like close up boob
Yeah,
jiggle,
they know exactly what they're doing.
and then you had the sealer forehead, and
Yeah,
then you had the
uh,
Bronya feet.
yeah. Like these devs know what they're doing.
I have to admit though, like the main character with the baseball bat when he uses his ultimate is freaking Giga Chad.
It does look good.
Like the
It is
scout
a
from TF2. Yeah. What? Pretty much it, right?
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just under 2.5 hours. If we cut out like the intro part, we're basically 2 hours.
Like a 20 minutes to half an hour where it's like, oh, you weren't recording?
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. I mean, but we'll work it out. Initiative will work it out. I believe in him.
Nah, I'm good. All on you.
Maybe it's all on me. So you don't want me to just verbal diarrhea this shit, man. You're,
Well,
you already know what it's like with regular. So like that destroyed an entire forest. So you don't know.
and also a load of goblins. But yeah. Well, that has been another episode of Luke First Ask Questions Later. Hope you all enjoyed. We will be somewhat around the same time next week, but not next week.
Hopefully,
In two
depends on how
weeks.
long it takes me to edit.
Yeah. So we try and aim for 2 weeks from now. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. And actually, before we get to that, I have been Initiativ. You can follow me at all the places down below. I fuck, laugh like that up. Anyway, over to you, Jamaican.
I look. The fact that you even mentioned that, I'm just gonna put it up in the video. So like, I don't even remember what mine is. So, but yeah, that was
I
it.
did
We
my
made it to
outro.
episode 2. Proud.
Did my outro a lot better last time.